So tackling food fears. This is an interesting topic, especially coming from me. As you can see, I am chunky, but I want to validate right now, especially if you have an eating disorder, if you're a really hardcore dieter, there is absolutely plenty of fear foods a person can have. For example, I have binge eating disorder, and a long time ago, this is a trigger warning for anybody, I ended up losing about 80 pounds in 3 months, which was terrifying, and I got really sick. Don't ever do it. It's terrible. And I also gained a lot of digestive issues. I gained so many issues, including food fears. Some of mine include bagels, sushi, any sort of fast food, and Starbucks, especially because they're all like sugary drinks. But the big ones for me were definitely bagels, sushi, Starbucks. I also was really nervous about any sort of unclean food. It needed to be like clean, and even rice and grains I'm still having issues bringing back into my normal diet. But I thought this would be an interesting topic to talk about. So how do you get over these food fears? Well, step one is actually to eat them, and eat them quite often, and this is terrifying, can cause panic attacks, anxiety, that whole situation that's not too fun. So for me, for dinner, I ended up getting 2 sushi rolls, and I got a Philadelphia roll, which the cream cheese, I'm like, fat, oh my god, but like, holy shit, you need fat to live. And I also got a cucumber roll, just because they're good, simple but good. And I've been getting sushi about once a week for about 3 or 4 weeks. I'm also kind of like a huge germaphobe, so sushi has like more than one layer of like fear, because there's rice, which has a lot of carbs, especially white rice, and then it's like, oh my goodness, you know what I mean? And like cream cheese or avocado, I actually can't eat because it makes me physically sick. It's not a food fear. I think I'm actually allergic to it. It's pretty bad. So that's how you start. You start by slowly incorporating them back into your life and eat them as much as you feel you can handle. So I can do sushi once a week. I'm also a college kid, so I can't afford it too terribly much. Step number 2 is to eat and journal how you feel before, during, and after. Try not to focus on the big things like that you're going to feel anxious about. Write them down and almost imagine them being pulled out of your head, all the fears, and you have locked them onto the paper. I know this is kind of weird imagery, I guess you could say, but I find that it actually helps quite a bit with me, especially. Another thing you can do is talk to somebody about it. Go out to eat with somebody. Doing it alone can be absolutely terrifying, and I had to go out to eat with my boyfriend for a very, very long time before I felt comfortable enough going out to eat regularly, which, to be honest, I don't go out to eat except for like once, sometimes twice a week, so only 1 to 2 meals a week. Other than that, I make my own food, and I actually eat relatively healthy. The reason why I'm big is because of binges, and sometimes, I love food, and I tend to eat a lot of it. But again, that's a personal issue I'm sorting out. It's kind of hard to find a balance when you're recovering from an eating disorder, yet trying to follow a healthy lifestyle can get crazy sometimes. Well, I hope you guys liked my tips today. If you guys liked it, make sure to hit like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. You guys know that drill, and I'll see you guys at another time. Toodles!